if this video has reached you right now, then chances are that you are an old soul and your soul is looking for answers. Well, you've come to the right place, because in this video I'm going to give you 11 ways to tell if you are an old soul. So let's see if you resonate with them. By the way, my name is Chantel and I share channeled messages from the universe with the intention of raising up the collective consciousness. Let's get into the video. Number 1, the first reason that you are probably an old soul is that you enjoyed spending time with adults when you were a young child. I know that I can relate to this because I was an only child and basically I didn't have any siblings to play with. But I really loved being with adults, and people always told me or my mum that, wow, Chantel is so mature for her age when I was only 6 or 7, or she's very wise for her age. And I always felt like I was wise from a younger age, and I was able to give advice to friends when I was just, 11, 12, 13, and people seemed to magnetically be attracted to me for that reason. I always seemed to attract people into my life that needed advice. So if you felt like you were good at giving advice and liked being around adults more as a child and were particularly mature, then you are probably an old soul. Number 2 is that you have some special spiritual gifts. Maybe you've been able to access your spirituality very easily from a young age. I know that I did. I had out-of-body experiences when I was just 4 or 5. I used to float around the ceiling and look at my body from above. And at the time, I thought this was completely normal because, when you're a kid, you don't know any different, do you? So perhaps you've had similar spiritual experiences like this. Maybe you've been able to activate your third eye quite easily. I know that this one is also true for me. Or maybe you've got some clairvoyant capabilities and maybe you're able to communicate with spirits, or that you just feel connected to the universe in general. Number 3 is you do not want to have children. So I have battled with myself about this one because, when you're young, you do, not everybody, but I felt like I did want to have children. And as I've gotten older, I've fought with this in my mind. And I've come to the conclusion that I just don't want to have children. And the reason for that is I absolutely have a knowing that in my past lives, I have been a mother or a father several times before. And I feel like in this life, I have a different purpose. And that purpose is not having children. Of course, I have my dog and she is my child. I'm sure you animal owners out there all feel the same about that one. But if you do not want to have children in this lifetime, chances are it's because you've lived so many lives before and experienced it before. If on the other hand you do have children now and you do want to still have children, that doesn't mean you aren't an old soul. It just means that in this lifetime, that is what you are meant to do. And that's absolutely fine. Everybody's journey is completely different. Oh, hello. No, she doesn't want it. This is Charlie, my dog child. And she likes to be on the videos sometimes. Is it nice? Number 4 is you have questioned why you were here since you were a kid. I know I've struggled with this one and had quite a lot of downtimes about this one because I was thinking to myself, what is the point? Why am I here? And why would I come to this life knowing that there would be so many hardships? And now I have had many realizations about this one and I've accepted it. But if you have questioned why you are here and what is the purpose of life and existence, then you must be an old soul, because younger souls tend not to think so deeply and they just go through their life maybe not questioning these things. Number 5 is you have your own beliefs and you do not like to conform to the norm or what society expects you to be. Now, I will share my own examples with this one. For example, if I get sick or poorly, I don't like to go to the doctor because I feel like I believe my body will heal itself. Okay, another one is that when all the stuff happened in 2020, I did not really believe it. I caught on quite quickly that, it wasn't real to me. Okay, I won't go much into that one because I know things get banned on here for that. But if you know, then you know what I'm talking about. But But if you feel like you are a lone wolf and you are not a sheep that follows the crowd, then chances are that you are an old soul, because you have elevated your vibration throughout your different lifetimes to know that there is more than just what everybody follows. You don't like to follow what the government says. You don't like to conform to societal norms. Perhaps you don't believe in having a 9-to-5 job, and you believe that there is more to life than just going to work and doing things that you enjoy, and that you are here for a greater purpose. Number 6 is that you never feel fulfilled, no matter what you do. I've struggled with this one myself, and I used to blame it on the fact that I was a Leo, because Leos are always looking for the next thing. I mean, that's my experience with being a Leo anyway. But I believe this is because your soul has lived so many lives and you've done so many things already. That's why you always want to do more and more. And perhaps it is the fact that once you have done things in your other life, probably several times, you probably don't want to do those things in this life. You want to elevate and expand and go higher and higher into your consciousness and do things that you've never ever done before. Number 7 is you only connect with certain people, and you feel like there are only a small number of people that you connect with or get along with in your life. I really resonate with this one because I like to keep my friendship group small. When I was a teenager, I thought that being popular was everything, and I used to be kind of not envious, but wish I was like some of the people at school who had so many friends. Then as you get older, you realize that a lot of these people are just acquaintances, and that there are only so many people that you can really connect to in your life. On the other hand, though, sometimes it is amazing if you are allowing a soul family to come into your life, and that there are more people you can connect with. So it is about a balance with this one. But if you feel like you can only have a strong bond with certain people, it's probably because they are also old souls and you can only resonate with these people. Also, fake people or people who seem quite shallow, you absolutely repel, and you have to get away from them as quickly as possible. This is because your soul has lived so many lives and knows what these type of people are about. So you're able to recognize that easily and move on to the next person who does actually fit into your life. Number 8 is you like spending time alone. Now, I absolutely love spending time alone. I used to think this is because I was an only child and I was brought up to keep myself occupied when I didn't have anyone to play with. But now I know that it is because I feel comfortable, I feel like I'm stable and secure within my own frame, and I don't really need to spend time with other people. In fact, I choose to do so rarely because I love spending time alone, and there are few people that I like to spend time with on a regular basis. I think there are only 1 or 2 that I can actually stand to be around for longer than a certain amount of time. So if you feel like this too, then you are probably an old soul. Number 9 is you feel like you came here for a certain purpose, and perhaps you haven't worked out this purpose, and that's okay. If you have, well done you, because it's not an easy one to work out, and sometimes it can take a while of exploration and figuring out what it is you're good at and what feels right to you. But if you have surpassed the feeling that, you don't just want to do the same jobs as everybody else, and maybe you want to share a message, you want to be a speaker, you want to create art or be creative with the intention of raising up the vibration of the collective consciousness, then chances are you are an old soul, because you have reached higher heights now than just the normal everyday jobs or life purposes that people have. You want to do something more, something bigger, and something better. Number 10 is you connect with animals. So if you are an old soul, you probably have a very special connection to animals in your life, and you probably have always felt this way since being young. I know I did. When I was a young child, my granny used to kill all the spiders in the house that she could find, and also put snails in the bin, and I would be crying my eyes out because she was killing spiders, because I couldn't stand to see a living creature getting hurt or getting killed. And the same with the snails. I would go and get the snails out of the bin and set them free whenever she wasn't looking. And I just absolutely love all sorts of animals. And even if they are animals, that I might be a little bit scared of, I still don't want to harm them or want them to be hurt. My belief is that you connect with animals when you're an old soul because you have probably been them before. If you think about it, if you believe in reincarnation, that means that you have been every single animal there is to be before. Insects, birds, everything, mammals, whatever it is, dogs, cats. So if you have been them before, that means you understand what it's like to be in their shoes. Even though they don't wear shoes, you get the picture. So perhaps that is why you really like to connect with animals. Also, it could be the fact that your souls are connecting and you feel connected to all types of souls, not just people. And that could be another reason that you are an old soul. Number 11 is that you feel a strong connection to the afterlife and you believe it with all your heart. So if you have lost loved ones and you feel like after they have left this earth plane that you have an absolute knowing that they are still around you and you even feel their presence, then chances are you are definitely an old soul. I know that I have had so many countless experiences with loved ones who have passed over, and I'm constantly in touch with them. I feel them around me, they leave me signs, and even if you've never experienced this one before, you can look out for signs or ask them to come to you, and they definitely will. And this is a really big one for knowing that you are an old soul. Now, if you are looking for signs that a deceased loved one is around you, I have made a video that will tell you 7 signs that you can look out for to show you that they are definitely with you and around you. I will put the video here. Thank you so much for listening, and I'm really excited to see you in the next one. Bye.